Hey guys, it's your girl MissRessat, and you know what time it is. It is time to discuss Scandal and how to get away with murder. So let's hop right into it. So Scandal, let's just go over a review. We started off with the impeachment trial underway. They had Millie. They started off with Millie. She gets caught up in a lie, and they find out that she did indeed already know about Fitz and Liv. And they brought up the Gene Locke story, which I actually forgot all about that story, and how they tried to spin the first time that the president was accused of cheating. We also see the gladiators appear on trial, which was absolutely hilarious to me. How they handled it. They did a great job. We see Cyrus and Red trying to work. I always call her Red. Abby and everyone else trying to work on ways to avoid Liv from having to go on stand. As we all know, if you have been watching Scandal, they have done all kind of stuff to keep Fitz in office, things that are very illegal, and perjury is not something that they want Liv to do. So they come up with this idea of marriage. So basically that just took the spin of the whole show, really. Fitz proposed to Liv. It was very romantic, but Liv saw it for what she thought it was. You know, this is a shotgun wedding. This is not how I want it to be. But she is clearly showing that she's not sure what she wants to do in a relationship. And I think that's more because Liv is just not ready to give up the gladiator life. Of course, if you watch, Liv is not completely, sure about this marriage thing. I think a lot of the things that the first lady brought to her attention about the type of woman she's going to be, pretty much an irrelevant woman when she becomes the wife of Fitz, is definitely weighing heavy on her decision whether or not to marry Fitz. And Fitz is pretty much at this point like, I don't see the problem. You love me anyway. We should get married. So this episode, we got saw a lot of Mr. Papa Pope. Mr. Papa Pope came. We saw that there was an alliance between him and Jake's wife, which turned out to be her actually attempting to kill Papa Pope. But we know Papa Pope was not going for that, honey. He saw right through that. And so he is still alive. He did not get killed by the assassination attempt. But it does leave Jake to find out that his wife is on Operation Kill Papa Pope. Speaking of Papa Pope and all his almightiness, he offers to Liv to, hey, let me handle this situation for you with the Senate trial, because it was getting very rough. His first initial call to Liv, and when she hung up, I was like, yes, click, dial tone. It was too funny. But eventually she did go to Millie and see if she can, Millie would help in getting Papa Pope out of prison to help, basically all to help Fitz, because Liv did not want to go and have to speak at the trial hearing that she was not willing to lie and commit perjury, so she had to save Fitz in any way. Originally, the plan did not go through. I'm not quite sure. The conversation between Olivia and Millie, I'm not quite sure why she told Millie that Papa Pope killed her son. I didn't see how that was going to help her case. I mean, of course, we watched the end, so we know it did. Well, really, it helped Millie, because Millie is now, I would love to see Millie as president. I have no problem with that. I have nothing against Millie. He made it very clear to Fitz that he needs to get out of his feelings and get right, because I don't know why he's trying to put everything on her. Like, he was stupid for even thinking anything was on Millie. Everything was on Fitz. Absolutely. This whole situation has been on Fitz. And she read him to death. She read his whole life, honey. So that was an awesome scene. Awesome acting. I will say that about Scandal. It does have some very great actors in it. The roles that they play are great. Okay. So in the end, just to wrap it up, Papa Pope is free from jail. Papa Pope gets the hearing shut completely down by exposing everyone that's on the Basel council seat or whatever, giving them an envelope of all their secret and lies, things that only Papa Pope can dig up and, stab you in the back with. And now he is a free man. Lord knows what that's going to entail. In the end, Liv gives back the ring, which, I mean, it didn't really shock me, because she's too independent. I really admire the person that Liv is. I do feel like independent women, you know, they deserve love too and to be married. But she's not willing to let it go down that way. And so in the end, she ends up giving the ring back. Previews for next episode, we will see what's about to happen with the world with Papa Pope being out. And it's going to be very interesting to see this Fitz and Liv relationship, how it's going to work out now that, you know, they're not going to get married. Is Fitz and Liv over? Is it done? Who knows? One thing that I am happy is over and done with is Jake and Liv. Now, I got a feeling now that she gave the ring back, she's going to try to be all up in Jake behind again. But I really like how, I mean, because he needs to stand up for himself. Like, she acts like she don't remember that you loved her too. You know what I'm saying? That's just so mean of her to, you know, try to always call upon Jake. But I do feel because his wife back is what brought these feelings and making him as this way towards Liv. But in the end, we did see that his wife was dead, and I'm pretty sure that Papa Pope has something to do with that, 100%. So we also saw in the previews that he is wanting Papa Pope's head. So Scandal, I mean, it's still interesting to me. I would love to see a new case, and I would love to see the gladiators back at work next episode. But I also am intrigued to see what will happen with the Liv and Fitz situation, and especially I want to know what Papa Pope is gonna be up to now, because he's gonna be running them up. Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot Papa Pope is the man. So, How to Get Away with Murder. The first minute of How to Get Away with Murder, I was like literally my face. That was my face. Why is Catherine dead in his truck? Like, why? What? Catherine dead? Somebody else dead? Oh, Lord, what's going on? Like, the first minute was like hot mess. And then we go back to 2 weeks later. I'm so sick of this 2 weeks later. I'm telling you guys, this show comes on so late. I'm glad I'm on East Coast. Because we can get it sooner. Because, man, I already be half sleepy, and this show comes on and then just blow your mind. All right, so quick rundown of How to Get Away with Murder. We have Wes still being paranoid, asking questions. Wes, there's nothing changed about that. He is very confident that Rebecca is dead, and he's determined to find out what's going on. The rest of the kids are pretty much ready to move on from the situation and try to get back on Annalise's graces. We see the story of Asher continue. We actually find out about who this Tiffany person was, and a little bit of what happened in his past has something to do with gang rape. I'm pretty sure we'll hear more about that story. We also hear more about the Leahy and his wife's story. He has indeed given his wife the pills to kill her, and not only does it kill his wife, it kills every bit of love, any hope for him and Annalise. Oh, Lord, when he told her that no one will ever love you that way, did it not just hurt your soul a little bit? So, poor Annalise, he just came for the jugular on that one. So, Annalise and Leahy reunion, highly doubtful. It is interesting because we do know that in the end, from previous episodes, we saw that Leahy ended up helping the kids. So he currently told Wes that he was done with anything Annalise. But obviously something's going to change in that situation because he was helping the kids. I don't know, escape from the scene. We don't know. Like I said, it's going to be 2 weeks before we find out who shot Annalise. And I told you that the first time they showed that clip, I said I'm not going to get worked up over that clip because we're not going to find it out until the very last episode. And I know that's what they were going to do, but it's absolutely smart, man. This show is written very smart. It is very complex, but I absolutely love everything about it. Let's see what else we find out more. We got to meet Frank's family, which, is it really his family? Like, I don't know, because the guy who had Catherine's body, he seemed Italian. I'm like, is he just connecting with these people just because they they help him do the dirt that he does? Frank and Annalise are a hell of a liars, man. Like they are just dirty, you guys. Like, they really are. For Annalise to have that whole conversation with Wes about his mommy issues and literally walk out the door and be on the phone with Frank and like, have you handle it? And I thought I thought that would be Rebecca. I was like, okay, they're finally gonna show how he disposed of Rebecca's body. But it's really him disposing of Catherine's body, who's not really dead. I don't, y'all know what I say every time. You just gotta keep watching How to Get Away with Murder. Like, it ain't meant to figure out. It's just meant to watch and for you to sip your wine on. And I wish I had some tonight, but I had to sip on water. The thing I'm loving about How to Get Away with Murder is they are still including these cases. I don't know, I guess because I'm a crime person. I love shows like Forensic Files. I love the ID channel. I love the actual cases and solving them. And you know what I'm saying? Either whether you being the cop or you being the lawyer, just investigating cases. I absolutely love that. So we had the introduction of the case of one of Annalise's old friends, who's a transgender woman who it was in an abusive relationship as far as we know. I do believe that she was, and she finally got fed up with the abuse and killed her husband. So that was the case that was investigated on this episode. Of course, Annalise, being the beast that she is, got the young lady, well, the lady, I can't say she was young, a lady off on the case by offering up Asher's dad. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see now if that's what made Asher change his mind, because in the previous episode, you got to keep up, y'all, Asher did end up leaving. Seemed like he was with Bonnie, but then he ended up leaving Bonnie when she came out the gas station. He weren't there. So is Asher still going to be out to get Annalise now that he knows that she did hang his dad out to dry and has completely ruined his relationship with his dad forever? So going back to the adopted kids case that's still going on with Catherine and Caleb, we now have leverage on Annalise's side, because it was looking like she was not going to win this case at all. But now we find out that the aunt that was murdered has a secret son, and he is now possibly can be a suspect. We still don't know. I don't know. Those people, they seem like they're innocent, but like it's someone's going through a whole lot to frame them. And the way that the secret son, which we saw at the end, is now he did find out about, he's actually watching Connor and his boyfriend through the webcam from Connor's boyfriend hacking into his computer, that maybe he is the person that is committing these murders, because clearly he is talented enough to know when he has been hacked and to be able to activate the other person's webcam. So he has heard pretty much what's going on with the case and who's working the case. So maybe he shot Annalise. Who the heck knows, you guys? But that's definitely going to play out and bring a lot of trouble to the kids and the case, especially if he is the murderer. And I really hope they don't, kill off Connor's boyfriend. Their relationship is definitely crazy, but it's also, it's a weird love story. But anyways, you guys, I think that's pretty much it. I think I recapped everything that happened. So if there's anything I missed that you want to discuss, don't hesitate to mention it in the comments. Let's get to chatting about these shows, you guys. I think they are so intriguing. I love intriguing, complex television shows. And Thursdays is just it's just my cup of tea, honey. It just gives me all of my life for the week. It has been my pleasure speaking with you guys. It's time to put on my scarf, take off this face, and get ready to bed. I hope you guys had a great night. Please feel free to comment, like, share this video. Thumbs it up will be awesome. It really helps. It's been your girl, MissRessat. Smooches.